What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and you can see right there, I'm probably not going to have enough time to finish up Weekend League because so many other things have been going on, and I had such a crazy schedule this weekend, but I would urge you guys to try to get in as much as you can, just so that when they give out the monthly rewards, you'll be closer to whatever is giving out the most stuff. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your schedule, because now, you know, you got to watch football. It's so many things going on, but I just wanted to point that out. I may not be able to finish it, but I'm going to try to get as many wins as possible in house rules. But many of you have been asking about Christian Okoye, and yes, he is a very, very good legend at fullback. Now, he's super fast, but he can't catch. There's some things that you have to really be aware of, because many people are just going to tell you, yo, bro, I'm pulling bundles. Yo, bro, let's go. No. You got to make sure that you understand the benefit of what he brings to the squad, because if you don't understand the basics, it's not going to really help you out. Okay, like to just add a superstar player on your team, it doesn't really add what you need. And that's the problem and the reason behind why, you know, a lot of you guys that are newcomers, like, yo, bro, I'm glad I found your channel. You have to understand, my objective is to make you be the best player with the teams that make, the teams with the players that make sense on them. Not a team that just has a bunch of OP players, because some of those players may be garbage. You know, some of these high overall players, they may not perform the way that you think they're supposed to. And it's reasons for that. Because in Madden 20, what they've done that kind of switches up the way that they did it in 19 is they've made the attributes actually matter. So because that's the situation, you have to be very, very careful with the players that you put on your team. For instance, I've spoken about Ray Lewis, and many of you guys that are Raven fans, you guys really like Ray Lewis. You know, Ray Lewis is a stud. I'm not saying you shouldn't get him. I'm just saying he kind of gives you a weakness because you can't zone him. You know what I'm saying? And I've already tested this out, guys. Like, if you try to zone dudes with that kind of zone coverage, you're gonna have some problems. You know what I'm saying? But if you blitz him, he's gonna, oh my, I don't want to say like he's gonna stab somebody up, like, but he's gonna make sure that, you know, he's gonna get to the backfield. Like, I'm not trying to make it crazy, because dudes be like, yo, bro, this dude absolutely murders. Like, what? Hold on, wait a minute. What? Okay, you guys trying to make jokes. He's really, really good in the game with his other attributes. Obviously, he has the hit power, so he gets Enforcer and all that other good stuff. But you guys have to be able to understand that there are a lot of other things that go into making the player that good. Okay, so when you look at Okoye, right, he's very, very fast. Okay, so that's one of the major things that people look at. Like, I could put him at running back, I could do this, I could do that. But you got to understand, there are so many other good running backs. Why would you want to waste a position on running back? Because you know what I'm saying, he's not going to be able to do the stuff that Saquon Barkley does, and you know, there's a lot of other things that go into it. So why would you waste your time doing that? It doesn't really make much sense. But when it comes to the fullback position, he is by far the best fullback that's available in the game right now. It's not even a question about it. He's by far the best fullback, and let me explain to you why. All the attributes and everything that he has, it completely contributes to holding his blocks and getting out in front of his blocks very, very quickly. Now, many of you guys may counter like, yo, bro, but he's way too fast. And you know, you gotta really like slow it down when you're trying to get that blocking. And you guys are right about that. But you have to know how to run in different situations. Right now, I'm just running stretch, right? And I have to wait for Corey to set the actual block ahead of me. So you see like how I wait behind him and I watch it? I see what you guys are talking about as far as what would happen probably with Okoye. He might be too fast. He might run past the block. But that's on your run stick. You see, like, if you run power, if you run stretch, if you want an inside run, you have to be able to understand how he should be running. You can't expect, you know, anybody else to be able to determine your run style but you. So you got to look at it like Corey is about a 77 speed. So I kind of gauge it and, you know, figure like, all right, this guy's going to get there at a certain point. So I know when to let off the gas and I know when to use the gas. Many of you guys just be running, holding turbo like psychopaths. You're going to have to get your game up, because that's the thing about it. Another thing is you can literally put him in and keep Corey and just have him as your secondary runner instead of Bo Jackson. That's how good he is. Okay, because he's not, you know, once you chem him up, he's going to be a 91 speed with ridiculous blocking. And the thing, like I said about him, is he can't catch. He couldn't catch a cold butt naked in the winter. So he's not going to help you along those lines. But what he will do is be able to get out in front quickly, hold blocks all the way down the field. And if you're somebody that likes to run a lot of, you know, power O's, different run, stretch, whatever, like the things I just said, you're going to have a lot of opportunity to be able to get that stuff done. So his price is very excessive. And that's the concern that, you know, many of my viewers have. You're like, yo, should I spend this right now when we have, you know, we're going up to phase 2 in most feared next week? Should I be spending money on a fullback, Gmia? Like, what is this? And in all honesty, I got to tell you no. Because, you know, what happens is this. If you spend right now, and say they put out somebody that we want, like say they put out like, you know, Charles Woodson, they put out a Palomalo, like just any kind of names. You can just name him in the comments. What is the most, you know, exciting player that they could release for most feared that you would just be like, yo, I'm not paying my mortgage for 6 months? Like, who is that player? Say that they release that player. Is that going to hurt your pockets? Now, I've already put out the poll to kind of ask some of you guys, like, you know, how much have you been spending on bets? What's going on? And many of you guys have a ridiculous number of bets. So that's not your concern. You're not worried about trying to keep your financial situation in order. You're just ready to go. You don't care what it takes. You're going to make sure that you get what you want. And I respect that. But all of our viewers, they don't have, okay, he's gonna throw that dot. They don't have that type of luxury to be able to just buy a bundle every week and do whatever like that. So that's more of what I'm concerned with. So would I spend, like right now, I'm kind of mutt broke because I got like 500K. So with me, having 500K is not really having anything in Madden. Like you can't do anything with it. Any top tier player, you're not really getting anything. And some of you guys make fun of me like, how you got a $500,000 and you talking about you broke? Listen, trust me. If I bought a player that I really wanted right now, I wouldn't have anything left. That's what I mean by that. So those type of situations, when you get to that point, that's when it gets kind of crazy. Because if I go and just go like, you know what, I'm going after Okoye, I'm done. I have nothing left. Bro, he's doing that at competitive? That's crazy. I ain't never seen Saquon get that busy and competitive like that. That was glitchy. He usually breaks like 2 or 3 tackles, but not like that. That boy just went crazy on that. But yeah, like I said, he's still the best running back in the game. So now, let's go ahead and assess everything that's out right now. You got the Joe Thomas, which many of you guys, you can see that he has a lot of stats that are better because he's in the 90 tier. So he's above Munoz, who in my opinion is one of the best that are available right now. Okay, so he has that going for him. But what does that mean as far as everything else that's available? The John Henderson is pure garbage. So I'm not going to recommend that to anyone. Even a viewer that doesn't watch the channel, and you know how we keep it all to ourselves. We're not recommending that at all. Bro, he really broke that and then just got tackled instantly. So we just lost the first one free. So what is the point of that, bro? What is the point of? I got to get rid of that. I think I'm gonna go with something else like stiff arms and craziness, bro, because that one always gets me. Bro, they just run. Yo, Corey, see, this is the thing now. Corey's getting me to the point where it's like, you know what? I might have to go and get that dude Okoye. Because this dude Corey just like he running around like he got a problem, bro. Like, what is he doing? They're gonna call a timeout, of course. Of course they're gonna call a timeout. All right, let me see. What kind of run plays we got? We're gonna go back. Let me see. We're gonna go to we'll put in some stretch right here. See if we can get out. Because like that's the thing about this game, bro. Like it just starts to drive you crazy. Because the CPU would just start playing out of their minds for no reason, and then it makes you want to get the other card that's out. Like I'm over here trying to tell you guys like, nah, we good. But realistically speaking, we might have to go ahead and see what's good with this dude Okoye. If dude's just running around doing this kind of foolishness, you know what I'm saying? Like what exactly was Corey doing on that? He just ran right past everybody and just kept running. So again, and he's only a 70. What is he? A 77? Okay, he went and blocked somebody that time, so that's fine. He's a 77 speed. So you got to imagine a 91 speed Okoye. And also keep in mind about this, guys. If they were to release Franco Harris, which I know a lot of my Steeler fans would want, what do you do then? Would they make him the speed of, okay, he's just running real slow. Would they make him the speed of Okoye or faster? Because technically, Franco Harris is usually the fastest fullback in the game. So what happens with that? Do we just say, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and do this, Gmi, we don't care? Or do we say, we're gonna keep Okoye? Because pretty much what happens in Madden is the name sells. So because the name sells, everybody knows Okoye. What year was that? I think it was like 17 or 18, but that dude, if you didn't have him, you weren't getting no rush yards. So everybody, pretty much the Madden vets know him. Everybody's aware of what he does. So I don't think that right now his price will go lower than the 500 and something that he's selling for because of his speed and the position that he plays. Now, what does that mean? Why do I think that? Because he's a fullback, you can put him in at tight end. So you could have a 91 speed tight end running around just being an idiot on the field. Most players are going to recognize that, which is why Franco Harris was such a big deal. You see what I'm saying? Franco Harris was a big deal because everybody knew that they could do that. They could put him in at tight end. He was just crazy. But again, he can't catch. He don't got the, you know, what is it, the immaculate conception and all that stuff that Franco Harris is known for. He doesn't have that going on. So he won't be able to catch the ball the way you guys are thinking, which will be an issue for many of you. So you got to be very, very careful with what you guys are looking for. And that's why I wanted to point it out, because you guys are like, yeah, but what? Did he just run right underneath the ball and just didn't do anything? All right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not even worried about it, bro. I'm not even worried about it. It is what it is. Many of you are like, yo, but you know, it's Madden. He can still catch the ball. This is the situation, right? If you put Okoye out there with that speed, yes, you can, you know, pretty much not have to really worry about George Kittle with that, because you can actually chem Kittle up to like 89 speed right now, with his limited. With my San Francisco 49er chem, I think he goes to 85, 86 plus a 3, so about 89. So yes, he's faster than Kittle, because many of you guys have been asking about that as well. You guys don't, you know, play games, and you guys are asking about stuff. So would it make sense to go cheaper because Kittle is a limited and he won't be available in packs until the next series? Does that, okay, man, okay. EA, you guys got to really stop at some point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, you got to just say, look, I'm done. Like, leave me alone, bro. Like, this is just crazy. Why? Yo, he just threw the ball right in front of me. There was nothing I could do, literally. Okay, okay. All right. Just go ahead. It's good, though, guys, because they're wasting the clock, so that'll make it easier for us. And then we're just going to run for our yards and be done with it. But we have to get the yards and everything, because I want the 5 stars. And many of you guys are like, yo, but bro, why are you getting the 5 stars? It don't really matter. Nah, it matters, bro. You don't want the CPU to be able to stop you. That's pretty much what's up with it. So ultimately, we always go over and try to get those stars. So now, getting back to it. Okay, you can't get the limited until next series. So would he be good to be, just have him out there as tight end, send him on some streaks where dudes never really pay attention to the tight end that much, and then he's always going to be wide open. Okay, this is what I'm going to tell you. If you were to do that, and then you went against what I'm trying to tell you now as far as like he can't catch, because if I get him, I'm keeping him as the fullback. Would I try to streak him every now and again? Probably, but I would keep him as a fullback because his numbers are insane, and I know that he's going to block very, very heavily with those numbers. Now, for you guys that want to keep him in at, sub him in at tight end, don't be upset if the dude can't catch. Because listen, before I say anything about cards, I give you a full explanation in detail of everything that I looked into about it, because I don't want you guys to feel that I'm just saying something. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm wrong about it and a card works for you, I give you my honest opinion about what I feel. Based on the way EA set this guy up, that boy, listen, he ain't catching nothing. You know what I already told you in the beginning, he couldn't catch a cold butt naked in the winter. He's not designed to catch the, oh my, Randy Moss took that dude right out of the play. That was crazy. Why is this guy so fast? Who is that? Who is that guy? Why is he running so fast? It don't matter. Now we got everything we need, and they won't call timeouts. So that way we'll get the 5 stars. That's why I scored right away, so that I didn't waste time. Because what will happen is the CPU will go crazy, and then all of a sudden I won't be able to move the ball, and it'll be very, very stupid. So before they do all that, I just think it's easier for us to just go along these lines and get everything done. Now we get a turnover, and we just run the clock out, and then I'll show you guys the actual power-up and everything, and then we'll go from there. So that's pretty much what I think about Okoye. If you can get him or you pull him, I would keep him. Now, do you get rid of Corey? That's very, very difficult to say, because Corey is really, really good. But the problem is, I don't know how we would work it, because I honestly keep my tight ends in the position, because in most cases the fullbacks can't run routes. So because I have a quarterback who is Troy Aikman, obviously, that you guys have been watching the channel, you know that he gets hot route master. So say I put these guys on out routes. With the way that Madden 20 is, it's not like the older games where everybody runs the routes the same. So they're never going to get open. So that can be a major issue for me. So is it worth it for me to do that? Run backwards so we can run out all the clock. Run backwards. All right, right there we'll run out a decent amount of the clock. Get like 3 or 4 first downs, and we should be good. Does it make sense to go ahead with the way the attributes are and say, you know what, I'm going to still run them on out routes, I'm going to still run post? No. It just doesn't make any sense, because what you'll see is, you'll see the player start to move, and then they'll stop. And then you're like, why is he not moving? And then his routes are just way off. They've put things in the game with the abilities to where if you don't have like that postmaster, your dude will start running a post, and he'll just stop in the middle of the field. Now, I know many of you guys like, yo, bro, that doesn't make any sense. I understand it. I don't like it either. But guess what? I'm telling you guys why it doesn't work. So what do we do together when we find out something that doesn't work? We fix it. We know that that's something that we would have to use for now because Madden 20 is all about abilities. So we would go that route and we would make sure that we got the ability on. Because again, we can complain about it and say, yo, bro, you got to pay for everything. Yeah, we can do all that. But guess what? You know what really hurts? When you go into a game against a guy that just sucks and he beats you because you don't have it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not telling you guys, oh, bro, spend a boatload of money. No, I'm telling you, like, certain abilities, you pick and choose who you're going to put the ability on and you just ride with that. You see what I'm saying? But once we know, like I told you, the old lineman chemistries didn't work and the abilities didn't work. What did we do? We took them off. Did we see any difference? No, because we did the test and we were able to see, yeah, it just doesn't work. So because we know it doesn't work, we have to adjust. Doesn't matter what EA is doing. We could go ahead on Reddit. We could put, like I said, you voice your complaints. You go to the threads. Yo, EA, what's up with this, whatever, like that. But in the process of while they're fixing it, we are going to do what we need to do to win. Because I'm telling you right now, it's the worst feeling in the world. And you guys know what I'm talking about. When a guy just keeps lining up and throwing at your user and it's going right through your body and it's like you're transparent. And it's like, what is this? Yes, we've all been there. But once we figure out what the issue is, we fix it. And that's pretty much what it is right now with the abilities. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fix that the way that we should. So that's why for now, I would say if you could get him, like say for instance you sell Corey, right? You see how Corey runs out in front and that lead block is so glitchy? That would be even more enhanced with Okoye. You see what I'm saying? But not only that, you could put Okoye in as a better runner and trucker in the goal line situations. That's what makes him better than Corey Schlesinger. Because you can put him in at fullback and he can eat. He can truck, he can stiff arm, he can do all that stuff. Corey lacks all that stuff. So that is something that you would have to look into if that's what you wanted. But I would have to look at the prices right now because I don't think that Corey is going to be selling for that much now because that obviously the new fullback is released. So let's go ahead and look at his full level upgrade and pretty much make our assessment of what I've been telling you. When you go all the way up to the end, right? To right here, you can see that 89 speed. So we put sprinter on him, automatically 91. His accel will go up. Let's look at what I'm talking about though. Run block 85. That's very, very solid. Look at his trucking. Okay, that trucking is ridiculous. Look at his stiff arm. That's ridiculous. Okay, impact blocking, ridiculous. Lead block, 89. That's fine because we could chem that up. Break tackle 94. So he's more of a running fullback. With Corey doesn't have all of those things. So that's why I'm really trying to make you guys understand you would be getting a lot more at the fullback position with Christian Okoye right now as we speak than you would with Corey. Because now, like I said, I put Corey in on a fullback dive. He fumbled. Dudes popped him. He fumbled. This guy probably won't fumble because he's more of that running dude, 93 carry and all the other stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I feel with him. He's very, very fast. He has good strength. He's going to handle his business. But I don't know if it would make sense to kind of get rid of Corey and add him. I would probably say keep both. Because if you have both of them and you start lining these two guys up at fullback and running the ball, I really, really like your chances of what you're going to be able to do in those tight I-form sets. So that's what I have for you right now. I think I kind of gave you guys all the info on it because you guys have been asking about that. As usual, if you have questions and comments, leave it in the comment section. Tweet me at GmiasWorld. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, all at GmiasWorld. If you guys want to go over there and give me a follow, please go ahead and subscribe. Turn on post notifications to know when a video goes live. And enjoy football. And I'm going to see you guys very, very soon. Have a great day. One love, y'all.